So, Roger Corman is known for movie Little Shop of Horrors, the singing, the giant talking plant, and also for producing independent films on the cheap that he made hundreds and he either directed or and produced hundreds alt cumulative. And I reviewed a couple of them, but then lo and behold, I discovered Roger Corman's cult classics, The Slumber Party Massacre I. In keeping with all the tropes and cliches of horror movies from the 1980s, there is a bunch of high school seniors get together for maybe, I think, what was the last hurrah or something like that at the at this one girl's house, and as they are all around, there's been this rampant Kriller who has a giant drill thing. It's not like a DeWalt drill like that, more like got a hole like this, and then there's just a spiral. That was, and I'm like, okay, so we have all the 1982. Interesting, I'm thinking, and this is actually directed by a woman. Yeah. Yeah. This was a screenplay by Rita Mae Brown and produced and directed by Amy Jones. So there is a little bit of female subversion going on here. Whereas it's the girls that are the ones that are helpless. They are actually doing their best to overcome this maniac, as their boyfriends are pretty much just getting krilled earlier in interesting ways. And it's got one of those where it references an older movie. It wasn't Halloween. I couldn't figure what it was. But, right as there's a person getting krilled, there's an action that's going on inside the movie. And then it's happening to one of the real life characters. Just to give you an idea. This is one of those movies that I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I like certain things about it. Then again, I don't know. Because it feels like that this movie is two halves. It's obviously you have some of the funny stuff, and for example, there's a scene where there's a cadaver inside the refrigerator, and right as there are two characters, one's in the background, one's opening the door, trying to get something, but gets distracted. Closes it right as the guy's like, ugh. Opens it again, same thing happens. Comes out a little bit further. Finally, background character walks off screen. She finally goes around the fridge and sees that one of her friends is a cadaver now, and just like, well, what the heck is? There's a very interesting shot of where the drill is right between the Kriller's legs, which I'm just like, what the heck? So. During the first half of this movie, I noticed it was like, okay, so it's leading up. We're getting a couple of people that are getting krilled, Like one of them is noticing some blood. The Kriller is noticing some blood as woman is trying to wash it off, and I'm like, okay. Of course, you also have to have the standard Corman nudity clause. Which it is there. It's not like it's obviously you're going to see some. There's some nipples, stuff like that, which is whatever. You know what you're expecting in a movie like this. So it's obviously meant for male. I mean, it's like really anyone can watch, but you know what you're getting. It's a relic of its time. Yeah, you get the shower scenes. You get that. You get the You get that, you get to see the blood and guts and everything. So it's an amalgamation of everything that was going on. This was originally written as, what was that? Sleepover Night or something like that. That was meant to be like a parody of all the teen slashers that were going on. But lo and behold, the company that did it wanted it to be made it a serious film. So we get very interesting juxtapositions of serious moments and then comical moments, which makes it where I enjoyed it. at the same time, I'm thinking, what is going on here? So, I don't know. The director said that this was like, hey, when Scorsese and Hitchcock and all the ones have like nudity or whatever, it's fine. But when a woman does it, that's viewed with disgust. And she said that is BS, which I do have to agree with in this case. But when we get towards, it's like, yeah, I can understand that. So it's like in the last 30 minutes or so, when the villain just won't freaking pass on. I guess you could call it like the female struggle to get to get this guy krilled, you know. But at the same time, it works well. I don't know. It's more refreshing to see the females try and eliminate the kriller, you know, with like knives and throwing stuff at him that doesn't work. But I'm like, whatever. You know, obviously with the slumber party, what do they bring over? They bring over a 6-pack of beer, a joint, Kool-Aid. I don't know why they would bring Kool-Aid along, but it was an entire pitcher of Kool-Aid and then a whole lot of sugar. Pure granulated sugar. I don't know. That just stood out to me. Like, why are you putting in so much Kool-Aid? You're not like Jim Jones. I mean, seriously, look up Guyana, the cult of. Look up the Jim Jones and Guyana in the Kool-Aid. It's very interesting stuff, but yeah. I don't know. I just think this movie is fine. Yeah, it'll be ruined by an escaped mental patient with a portable drill. This movie is pretty good, but again, I felt kind of mixed by it, just how bizarre the tone is. But you know what? It's got its fans for a cult classic. It is definitely a cult classic. There's a Blu-ray and 4K release of it, which I may want to see. So yeah, if you ever get the chance, you know, I say keeping all that in mind, watch The Slumber Party Massacre.